Hey, train friends, welcome back to the Pittsburgh Industrial Railroad and the Horseshoe Curve. Today we're going to do a live running session with some trains, do some questions, answer those questions, whatever you guys may have. Give me 1 second here. I'm looking for my all my info that I need, my iPad and everything. Hey, Rail Reviews, thanks for joining in. Sorry I'm a little bit late today, guys. I was trying to prepare the layout here. Moving around a couple trains and stuff. Hang on 1 second. I'm trying this something new out with the camera here. So hey, thanks for joining in, guys. We got a new gimbal on the camera here, so you can see I'm panning around real nice and smooth. It looks good, huh? Yeah, I think it's gonna turn out nice. All right, so as you can see over here, I had the GE Evolution Hybrid Lionel Legacy, and then I also put on the H10 right there, and then I have the Lionel 210-4 Pensy, Texas back there with a special train behind it. We'll get to that in a little bit. So if you guys have any questions, we can go over, a little segment here at the beginning of the video and do some Q&A. Let me see if I can get connected with my Wi-Fi on my iPad here. Sorry, I was like scrambling around today to get ready in time. iPad's taking a while. It says connect to the internet. I am on the internet. There we go. Hold on 1 second, sorry. Hey guys. Hey Al, thanks for joining in. Philly Rail. Philly Rail, you said one of my live streams kind of take request engines to run. Maybe we'll do that today. Maybe we'll swap out an engine. At the end of the last running session on what was it, Thursday, I did a live session. I asked some people what they wanted to see here, and I kind of put out a few engines. I forgot the inner loop over there too. I have the Lionel GP7 in there with an ore train. Somebody requested that. Surprisingly, I tried to run my Pensy SD40-2. It's a Lionel Legacy on the inner curve in there, and it was derailing on the 036 switch. So I had to scratch that idea and go with the GP7 instead. Still trying to get my iPad connected here. Sorry, it's taking me forever. Hey, Tom, thanks for joining in today. All right, here we go. Finally, I'm connected to the iPad. We got the thumbnail picture I chose was the chickens on the scene over there in the Horseshoe Curve. Figured that was appropriate for the Easter video. Okay, now we're hooked up good. All right, now I can see you guys and answer questions as well. Hey, Human City Junction, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Everybody here that's joined in today. Does anybody have any questions before we run some trains today? Any questions about the layout or um, scenery or anything like that. Um, Before I answer those questions, I will say there there could be a new edition coming soon. I haven't quite acquired it yet, but I'm working on it. So working on a new engine. We're gonna leave it as a mystery right now. But I'm gonna be excited to get it if it works out the way I hope it does. Yeah, Patrick Bowler said I just finished putting away all those coal cars and ore cars. Yeah. Oh, about that. So on Thursday, if you guys missed that video, we did 70 cars running around the layout with the Vision Line Big Boy. Um, it was like 69. If you count the water tender, it was like 70. Um, it was running smooth at the end of the video there, and then last night I decided I was gonna try to do like just a video to upload. And in the process of doing that, I was like, oh, maybe I'll try 100 cars on the big boy, and it flipped over on the curve over there on that stone bridge, and it was the ballast toppers spilled everywhere. It was a mess. You'll see in a little bit. I didn't even fix the figures yet. Maybe we'll do that during the video. James Walker said, layout, the whole layout cost a lot. Although I hand built a lot of stuff myself, so I mean you save money doing that. But it's over a 10-year period, so it's not like you go out and buy it all at once. So that's probably the one problem with trying to do a big layout is you can't do it all at once because it costs a lot of money. So Caterade 66 asked, does the Lino Spirit of the Union Pacific run on 036? I believe it does, yeah. Most of the 8 SD70 ACs run on 036. Yeah, yeah, we don't add up the costs on the railroads ever. That's just something we don't do. I missed a question a little bit ago. Human City Junction asked, are you in the Pittsburgh area, or is it just what you model? I'm actually in the Pittsburgh area. I live about 13 miles from downtown Pittsburgh. So I've born and raised in Pittsburgh my whole life, so it's kind of why I did this. I grew up going to the Carnegie Science Center and watching the trains there as a kid, and they have a big display. It's amazing, and it has like the steel mills and the rivers and the bridges, and it's kind of an inspiration of why I chose to do the layout the way I did. I never really thought it was going to look like this. It's kind of, it was a little bit at a time. Hey, you know what? And somebody, you said that you're an N scale. I don't think there's a problem with N scale at all. I think it's a fun way to have a lot of trains, and you have a lot of options with N scale. So I don't have a problem. I model N scale too. James Walker asks, what did my wife and daughter think of all this? They don't mind. I would say, they enjoy it too. Lily definitely, she's 12. She's kind of like, and but she used to love it when she was younger. She still enjoys it, just on moderation. Daylily Gardner asks if my track is wired in blocks, and it is actually not wired in blocks. I wish I did do it in blocks, and if somebody's wondering what that means in blocks, that means say you have 4 lino bricks, which is what I have. You would separate the track in 4 different areas. Usually it would be like in loops. So like your outer loop and inner loop, maybe like some sidings would be on a different transformer, and then however you would work it out. I should have done that, but I didn't. If I ever rebuild a layout and I use those 4 bricks again, I would definitely have block sections. It's easier too if you have a derailment, rather than the whole entire layout shutting down, just that one section would shut down, and you kind of would be able to problem solve it a little bit easier. James said that's sweet. You loved how I did my layout updates with her. She loved doing the layout updates. Yeah, it was fun. She still enjoys them. Russell Coons asked if I've ever visited the Horseshoe Curve in real life. Yeah, I have been there uh, at least like 4 or 5 times, and it's awesome. I need to go. I mean, I don't know if it's open right now. That'd be awesome to go up there just and like sneak up there and something to do because there's really you're limited on what you can do right now. And hope everybody's staying safe and taking all the extra precautions needed in these days right now. But anyways, back to the Horseshoe Curve. I'd love to go up there and just I have a drone now, so it'd be kind of cool to get up there and get some drone shots. And maybe we'll do a future video here, hopefully maybe later this summer. Um, hey, Kapil Junction, thanks for joining in. Thanks for everybody for joining in too. Ultra Games asked, "What is my favorite PRR steam locomotive?" So it would definitely be the K4 1361. However, I don't know if the 1361 is my favorite model. Um, it's definitely my favorite engine in real life. Well, I take that back. I like the T1 as my favorite engine, probably tied with the 1361. But surprisingly, right now, my favorite engine is the Lionel Texas. I love that thing. It's just a beast. You guys are gonna get to see that run today. Um, Human City said I mentioned also modeling N scale. If I have other layouts in the house, I did start a horseshoe curve layout in N scale. I did a first layout update on that back like I don't know, a few months ago. I did it, so you can go back and check that out. It's going to be something that's worked on. I haven't started even doing anything since then. I just haven't had time. But I did do also a winter layout that was like it was start to finish. So you could go back and check that out too. It was pretty neat. It shows you like the building process, trains running around. It was pretty awesome. Gets a lot of views on that video too. Um, Patrick asked if my cloud is wallpaper or hand painted. Actually, all my backdrops are hand painted. I did it myself. It's decent. I think the clouds could be a little bit more defined. The clouds in the Horseshoe Curve turned out really good. I airbrushed them on, so I went around with an airbrush and just they're a little bit lighter. These ones I used paint in like a sponge, and I kind of sponge painted them on. And I did that with my trees as well, like the backdrop in the other room. I sponge painted trees on the backdrop. It looks pretty cool with different colors, and it kind of pops. Um, Kapil Junction says he's building a 250-foot by 165-foot outdoor O scale layout. Wow, that's crazy. That's insane. That's awesome. I gotta check out your channel. My favorite diesel loco is the SD40-2. That's my favorite, for sure. Um, uh, Somebody said their favorite Ultra Games. You said that your favorite model is the Lionel Legacy Pennsylvania H10. You're in luck because that's sitting right next to me here today. There it is. James Walker said, "What do you use for shooting and editing your videos?" Right now, it's I'm using my my iPhone 11, and it's on a gimbal right now. So I'll show you guys in a little bit. It looks pretty good. I was testing it out yesterday. Yes, I have a day job. It's a state job, so I'm home from work right now. I also obviously I sell my building flats on eBay and my website, which is pghtrainfanatic.com, and on eBay the username pghtrainfanatic. I'll show you guys those if you're not familiar with them, but so I do that as a little side gig, and I also work for family business, which that's also closed right now. That's a part-time job. Um, Oh, cool. He's Kapil Junction says he'll be putting videos up in a few weeks. Cool. I gotta check that out. Um, Ultra Games asked if you were to want a Line Chief set or a good $500 steam engine, which would you buy? Um, MTH steam engine, he said. That's a tough one. If it depends on what you already have. If you have track and you have a transformer and everything, maybe the best way to go would be to buy the engine just alone, like a higher grade engine. But if you don't have track and you don't have a transformer, maybe the Lionel Line Chief set would be the best way to start. Depending on if you want to use fast track, that is. There's so many different variations. Um, NS Line Chief Tier 4, yeah, I saw that set. I actually thought about buying that just to do a review on it. It looked pretty cool. The only thing I noticed with that set is it doesn't come with the track and the transformer. It is just the set itself, just the train and the train cars and I think a caboose. So we'll go with a few more minutes here and answer some more questions, and then get the trains running and start that part of the show here. So he's a couple of junctions says he's using Gargraves on your layout. Do you think is it gonna hold up in the weather outside? Because I did an O scale outdoor layout. It was just like a small little loop around my garden, and I looked up some information, and it looked like the nickel plated Atlas track was the way to go. So that was what I bought. I don't know if the Gargraves is gonna rust or not on you. You might want to make sure of that. Jimbo Ferroni says, you have to cut that tree down right at the top of the Horseshoe Curve because it's been cut down. I know. I thought about if I should take those big trees down now to kind of look a little more prototypical, but I kind of like how they are. We'll see that in a little bit. And then I have my bald eagle sitting in that tree too, which it's kind of awesome sitting right there next to the flag. The Transformers, Ultra Games asked, the Transformers I use on the layout are the Lionel, I think they're the 180 watt bricks. I have 4 of them, and then I have some other smaller transformers that power the accessories. Gatorade 66 says he has a Western Colorado, Eastern Utah scale. That's cool. I think those. I always wanted to model something like that, like a Western type, like Wyoming style layout. If you subscribe to my buddy, he's planning on making a layout like that. As Firehawk 1218 Darren, he's planning something similar to that, I think. Harry Rollis asked how did I make my tunnels? I just used well, on this side it's a little bit different. I just cut through the wall here. In the Horseshoe Curve, it's all that pink insulation foam, and then on the inner walls, I just printed out like brick paper and just put it on the inside. It looks pretty good. The only problem is that with the brick paper is when you're doing scenery, and you're like, say you're above the tunnel and you're spraying it down with your spray glue. If you're really soaking it down, it could get down in your tunnel and start to bleed onto your paper. So you got to be careful about that. I kind of did that in one spot. Jimbo says he watches the curve live on YouTube every day. That's cool. Yeah, I gotta check that out too. All right, so I'm gonna. Mark Esterling asked, when am I building PNC Park in Heinz Field? I'd need like this whole entire room to build something that big. I mean, they're huge. That would be pretty awesome though. I thought about doing building flats actually. I thought about making like a building flat like up on the wall by the city of like the old Mellon Arena where the Penguins play. I think that would be cool with the dome. The Civic Arena was what it was called. It's 1.2. But yeah, a stadium would be massive in O scale. So all right, before we get started, I want to show you guys something real quick here. It's with my my building flats. Let me take this. Sorry if it gets bumpy for a second. Thanks again for everybody who's joined in today. We got a good crowd going here. So, all right. I got stuff in the way. So these are. I just want to show this new design. This is a new building I'm doing. I call this one industrial number 12, and the one on the right here is O scale, and the one on the left is a S scale version of it. And this building in particular I'm doing in scales N through O. I'm not going to do it in G gauge. It's just too big. But anyways, it looks pretty cool, and it does have lighting. I didn't get a chance to wire up the lighting, but you can see there's a couple lights in the same locations on these. They're just warm white LEDs. And I sell these on my website. It's PGA Training Fanatic at yahoo.com. PGATrainingFanatic.com. My email is PGATrainingFanatic at yahoo.com if you want to reach out to me with any questions you may have. But visit the website. If you don't see this on there right now, it will be available. It is available currently on eBay. And but you can, like I said, you can always direct message me right here. This is the Lionel B6 switcher that was there from last week. I just left it on this test track here. But I actually meant to put the Pittsburgh Industrial Railroad switchers on the layout. Maybe we'll do that real quick. I was gonna try to turn them on here real quick. Let's see here. Good time to do it while the layout's off. I pulled them out of the. Oh wait a minute, this is the dummy. Oh, that's heavy for a dummy. Yeah, I pulled them out of the steel mill. Try to get them running a little bit. It's not good to leave them sitting there too long.